Okay lah. Right, guys. So, okay. For the Zoom people, right? If y'all can't hear me, then just let us know lah, private chat, whatever. But anyway, yeah. Thanks guys for coming. So this is the first session of our Solidworks CSWA-MD workshop. My name is Nigel. This is Muthu. Then we also have Michael and Xavier at the back. They will be helping us out. But the two of us will be the main work tutors for this one. Yeah, so okay, for this one, we'll be using SolidWorks. You can use on this if you want to sign in, or you can use on your own laptop. Just bear in mind that for the exam, right, you need to use your own laptop, possible. So before we go into the actual stuff, right, let's just introduce you guys to CAD. So what is CAD? It's basically computer-aided design. It is a technology that utilizes software to create, modify, optimize, and analyze designs from real software. So if y'all take engineering, y'all can like design stuff like machine parts, etc. And yeah, like what I said, SolidWorks for this case. CAD is widely used in a lot of industries in engineering, manufacturing, product design. Yeah, you name it. It's to enhance efficiency and precision of design processes. Yeah, so like how you write an essay on Microsoft Word, right? SolidWorks works in the sense that you draw the stuff on the software, then you can save it as a file, and then you can use it to like print stuff, try 3D printing. So it saves a lot of time and money, so you don't have to like go elsewhere to make the part. So right, so here's a very short evolution of engineering documentation. So like what I said, we started with the drawing, all using computer, so there are a lot of dimensioning and stuff. Which then you go on to render a 2D model of the part you want to make. Which is, yeah, and then you can even then further moving on from there, you can make it a 3D part. So you can like make it, give some dimensions to it, and then give it as a file. So yeah, there's many types of CAD, 2D, 3D, and a lot of other things like solid CAD and surface CAD, but these are all more advanced stuff. But now we'll go to the 2D and 3D. That's the main thing we're focusing on for today. So for 3D CAD, it's very powerful because you can automate 2D drawings. Yeah, add dimensions to it. And then this is what you can use to even do a simulation of different parts, for example. So for assembly, which we will also do later on. Not today, but another time. Yeah. So you can see how the different parts that you assemble can function together to create stuff. Then there's also something called simulation. You give the part certain conditions. It's like testing the part to see how it reacts to different like temperatures, stress loading, so on. But that one is more advanced. Yeah, so we'll just do the first two lah. This one. Okay, yeah. So have you guys opened it yet? Anyone needs more time to open the SolidWorks? Or if you guys have any issues, right, then just loading up. Okay, I know for this. Okay, if you're using your own laptop, right? You have to extract everything up. So this might take some time. So if there's not enough time, just sign in on the. You want to open SolidWorks here, then you can like. Yeah. Okay, so for this file that we have, right, guys? Okay, yeah, so if you guys open the file, right, you should see this, right? Okay, so now I'll just run you through the basic manipulation methods. Zoom in. So you want to zoom in and out, right? You have to use the scroll wheel on your keyboard, on your mouse. And one more thing, right, for SolidWorks, right, it's highly advisable that you use an external separate mouse. Don't use the trackpad. If not, you have a very hard time trying to control everything. So yeah, all this manipulation stuff, right, that I'm doing, right, is all on my external mouse. So yeah, y'all should get one also. So like what I said, if you want to scroll, right, or if you want to zoom in and out of this thing, right, you just have to there's the scroll wheel. Then the middle mouse button is to like rotate the thing if I can find it. Yeah, okay. If you press and hold the mouse, the scroll wheel, then you can rotate the thing as in how you want it to. Then to pan, right? And if you want to pan, right, that means like shift the position of this view, right? Then you can just do this also. You have to press the control key and then the middle mouse button to pan the object. Anyone lost? No? Okay, great. Or double click. If you want to zoom to there's this thing called zoom to fit. So you can double click the mouse, the scroll, right? I mean, to fit the screen. And the spacebar is the standard views lah. If you click spacebar, there's this thing called standard view, so you can change how you want to see the object lah. You can do top view, side view, and so on lah. Yeah, I'll give you guys a bit of time to like run through lah. Okay.
For those who cannot find the
Yeah, we'll send the file in Telegram, so it's easier for y'all to find. All the things I'm saying, right, it's all in the slides. So if y'all get lost or whatever, just refer to the slides. So another one that we can do is like standard view shortcut. So you can, if you control and then press keys 1 to 8, right, you can change the view just like that. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. So 8 different views, like different ways to view the object like via shortcuts. But normally we'll use the number 7 and 8. So this view is called isometric, and this one is called normal view because it's perpendicular to the front plane. For display style, right? Normally we'll use this thing called, if you want to view the object, we use this shader with edges. So if you want to go there, right, you got to go to this view tab. And then display shader with edges. Yeah. is the top, all the tabs above lah. Okay, so now I'll do the basic CAD operations lah. You just give me a moment. The files, right, can be found in the Google Drive also, but if you guys can't find it, it's okay. I'll just do it for now. Then you all can see the recording lah. Very confused.
you just share the screen. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, the first one I'll do is this thing called extrude lah. So if you guys open the file, right, extrude, right? Okay, if anyone cannot see, just stop me halfway lah. I'll just carry on for now. So the first thing we do, right, is to click on this sketch. Okay, so before I do anything, right, you can see there's a left plane, sorry. So you can see different planes of the object. So there's front, top, and right, depending on how you want to build the thing. Then for this case, you already have a sketch in place. So we'll work on this sketch to extrude it. Yeah, so if you want to extrude, basically it's like to make it solid. So you convert this 2D thing to a 3D object. So if you go to features, right, this tab here on the left, right, then you click this thing called extrude boss or base. As you can see, it's giving 3D to making the thing 3D lah. So yeah. So when you click extrude, right, you can see this left plane, it will change. For now, we use this thing called blind. So it's like, what this means is it's like going from the axis, then it will extrude the thing depending on the direction you want. So in this case, I will extrude from bottom up. So like this. So yeah. So this is the horizontal plane. So as you can see, the object is being extruded upwards in the Z direction. Yeah. So you can change the thickness of the object in the sense by clicking that. So in this case, I'll put 50. Yeah. So now we have a 50 mm object. Like the object is 50 mm thick. So just confirm and then yeah. I'll give you guys some time to figure this out. I'll go on in about. Okay, according to this, what I see here, right? If you notice, right, there's 2 different levels to this object. So there's one part that's lower than the other. So if you guys want to, so we have to cut the left side to make it shorter than the right side. So if you want to do this, right, there's this thing called extrude cut. Let me just undo this first. Okay, yeah. So right, if you want to extrude cut the left side, you got to click on sketch tool, which is here. Then what we do is extrude cut. Same tab on the top left. So if I click this, right, or not that. Yeah, you cut like that lah. So let's say I want to cut 20 mm, and it will be like that lor. Yeah. Remember to set the direction downwards lah. So once you're done, then it will look like this. I'll move on for now. Anything just stop. So now, next one is this. I'll do this thing first. So the next one I'll be doing is called revolve. So if you open up that file, the file called revolve, right, you should see something like this. So if you want to revolve this thing, what I'm doing is I'm going to rotate this So this is like the frontal view of the object. So I'm going to rotate it around an axis such that it forms a wheel. So, right, what you do is click the sketch and then click revolve face. Everything's all on that side. Yeah. So you will notice that they will ask you what's the axis of revolution. So in this case, you click this. Yes. So once you click that, right, then this whole thing will. Oh yeah. That's that. That's it. Very simple. If not, I'll go to the next one. So the next one is called sweep. Okay, so for sweep, right, we'll start off with this. You go to the sweep file, right? Then there's this paper clip. So we'll start off with this.
Okay, so you guys have this sketch, right? So you go under strat boss, then the setting will prompt you. So under this setting, right, you'll see it's asking for a cross section, which is the circle. So you click on the circle, then this one is your street profile. So it's asking for the curvy line. So you click on the curvy line, then it will show you a preview of what your 3D model will look like. Then you click OK.
Okay, the last one is loft. So if you want to do that, right, you have to like.
Okay, so for loft, right, it involves like you have multiple sketches. Then this function allows you to create a 3D model which connects all three together. So when you go to a loft, so your loft have three sketches for this one, right? So what you can do is you can click on this loft boss function. Then after you go in, right, then you click on all three of your sketches. So you click on the all three. Then make sure all of them is registered here on the top left corner. Then when all of them is connected, it will show you a preview of your 3D model. Then if it looks correct to you, then you just click OK. Then you have your loft function. Okay, so I'll continue with the lesson. So before you do any 3D model, you need to make sure you can do the sketch first because that's the basis for a 3D model. So sketch means it's like drawing on paper. So you draw any shape. And for Solidworks, there are mainly three planes, the top, front, and right plane. So before you start on any model, those are the three planes you can sketch on. But after you extruded a model, right, you can do on any of the surfaces. So for Solidworks, these are the sketch tools that are available. But for CSWA, we'll mostly be using the first four, which is the line, rectangle, circle, and arc. Then there are also other sketch tools. These tools are used to like edit your sketches. So for like trim entities mean like after you draw your line, right, you can cut a bit of your line here and there. Then extend entities mean you can extend your line changing the reference position. So convert entities mean if you have a 3D model, right, you convert one of the faces into a sketch. Then offset entity means it's similar to convert entities, but you can make it bigger or smaller. So for mirror entities means after you draw let's say a sketch, right, then if it looks symmetric about an axis, you can mirror it about that line. Then pattern basically means you can duplicate certain features, so you don't have to repeatedly do the sketch. So for when you're doing sketch, we must always dimension it. So we use this function called smart dimension. So this smart dimension is used to assign like how long is it, or what is relation, like what is angle, and yeah. So if you have a line, right, we use smart dimension to dictate what's the angle from that particular line to another line and how long is that line. Then the last tool is the constraint tool, or basically a relationship. This tool is important because after you draw a sketch, right, you need to have certain relationship to make sure the sketch is how you want it. Because if you don't draw let's say you're drawing a rectangle, but if you don't draw it properly, it might become like a trapezium. So in that case, you can use like one of these relationships to make it back to a rectangle. But for CSWA, we won't actually be using the fix because it's rarely used. Okay, now for the best practices. We must always make sure that our sketches are fully defined and there's proper relationship. Because if you don't do it properly, where later down the line, like let's say you want to manufacture your part, the machinists will have trouble referring to your 2D models and trying to understand it. And if your model is fully constrained, right, it's also easier for engineers to communicate with each other. So let's begin our sketching. So let's go into SolidWorks now. Okay, once your SolidWorks is open, the first thing you should make sure is your unit system is correct. Because whenever you do a 2D model, 3D model, right, that a particular document will tell you whether it's a metric or imperial system. So if you want to change your units, you go to this button here. and you click it, so you can see all the units that are available. It's awesome. So if you click on this button at the bottom right-hand corner, you see all the unit systems that are available in Solidworks. So for now, you'll be using the millimeter unit. Then after you do this, right, there's another important step you need to do, is that's called showing your equation, because this function is used to dictate your global variables, which we'll be touching on later. So for you to do that, you go under history, then hide and show 3 items. Then after you go in, there's this option called equation, and you click show and click enter. Then after that, you can see the equation tab is open. So everyone okay right now? Okay, so this first part will be sketching. So before we model our part, right, first we need to plan like how are we gonna do it. Or what we should do is, when we approach a problem, we need to see when we do our first 2D sketch, which orientation will give you the most amount of basic features. So if you look at our model here, this face here has the most amount of features that can be modeled easily. So that's what we are doing here. Then after that, we will be adding certain features that will add or remove material that will just bring our model closer to the final product, which is this one here. Okay, so in order to sketch your first sketch, you click on under the sketch tab, you click on sketch. Then the software will prompt you to choose which plane you want. So for now, we'll be using the front plane. After you go in, we should do a rough sketch of your design. So let's say this one is for this one, right, we don't have to do the exact dimensions first, because if you do you do it exactly, it's very time consuming. So if you do a very rough, like it can deviate like 20 or 30 mm, that is fine. But if you deviate too much, then when you have a lot more features, then you have a lot of problems when you try to smart dimension it. So you click on the line function and you start sketching. Okay, now once it's done, right, you go under equation and we input our values. So your global variables is in SolidWorks, your global variables will be given by a parameter. So in our model here, the parameters are ABC. So you just input your global variables here. Okay, once you have added your global variable, you can start dimensioning your model. So you just follow this sketch here and you start inputting your dimensions. So for global variables, right, which is your ABC, when we input your smart dimension, we need to ensure that there's this summation symbol right there. Because if that summation is an indication that's a global variable. So you click equal, then you click on global variables and click on your appropriate values. Then you click enter. Then if your if that function is successful, right, you'll see a summation value at the side.
Regarding the equation, like can everyone see the sigma sign, like this thing? Can everyone see this thing? Or any of you like don't have this symbol? If anyone don't have that, cannot see this symbol anywhere in the SolidWorks, just raise your hand. Okay, can. So what's going on is SolidWorks is a highly customizable tool. So it's like all this I just make it full screen. So all these functions you can or the layout we can actually customize. So what do we do is, on this top menu you can move your cursor to this tab, or you can move to anywhere along the top. You right click, you will see this menu. The last one is called customize. So you open customize. Here there will be and in the customize menu, you go to commands. And you will see a lot of commands over here. Each icon represents a command. You just over here search for equation, and you can see there's 2 of them. First one is equation curve, which is not irrelevant. The second one, this sigma sign, is the equation we want. So what you need to do is move your mouse cursor to here. Left click your mouse. Click your left mouse button. Click and drag it, Then you can put it anywhere you like. For example, you want to put it here, and the equation will appear here. And let's say you want this equation to be somewhere on the top. So for example, here, yeah, you can see this equation popping up at on the top. Yeah, so you can actually put this equation anywhere you like. Yeah, really anywhere you like. Yeah, and let's say if you don't want this icon to just appear, you can just same as just now. Left mouse button, click, hold it, and drag it to the any blank space. You will see this icon with this red cross beside it. Then you just release and the icon will be gone. So under customization, you can just click and rearrange your graphic user interface anyhow you like. So in this case, probably I'll just put it in the sketch over here. So afterwards, under sketch, you can see this equation. Yep, this is the equation. Yeah, this is the equation thing.
Wait, can you all see this? The Zoom people, can you all see the screen now? Okay. So okay, so we did the equations thing, right? So if you want to get the equations thing right, you have to right click, sorry. Then go customize menu. Okay. You click here, you right click here, customize. Then you right click, then you click customize. Then it will. Then this tab will appear. So if you want to get the equations tab, right, which we are doing for global variables, then you just search for command. Then type equations. For those who can't see the summation symbol, then you can get it here. So you just left click drag to wherever you want it to be. You can drag it here or here. Then from there you key in your global variables, which is what we did just now. Which is like here. Yeah. The global variables are in the slide.
Okay, we'll continue the lesson. So once you have done your global variables, right, if your part is fully defined, your sketch is blacked out. Like the lines are not blue color, your lines are black in color. So then you have this tab here that shows fully defined. It means your sketch is fully defined and it cannot be moved with reference to the origin. So if you are not sure, you just look at this tab here, and see whether it shows fully defined or underdefined. If your sketch is complete, it's supposed to be fully defined. Then once you're done with the sketch, you can go to extrude your part. So under extrude, you go extrude boss, and you click on mid plane. Mid plane means your solid piece will be extruded on both sides equally. So if you look at this model, they are extruding 50 mm on both sides. So you click equal, then you choose your global variable C. Then you click enter. Then once you have done that, your part is extruded. Then we can proceed to create all your other features. So right now for you to extrude the other features, right, we have to sketch on the surface of your 3D model. So for you to do that, you go click sketch and click on this surface right here. Then once you have clicked the surface, right, your model will automatically go to show a normal. You go perpendicular to the plane. Then you can start drawing your rectangle and you dimension them accordingly. Then once you are done extruding, once you have done sketching a rectangle, you can go under extrude. Then you select through all.
And another thing is, when you see the sketch, this is the sketch icon. On the left of this icon, there shouldn't be anything. If you see a bracket minus, means it's not fully defined. Yeah. So in real engineering application, if you see any kind of icon, next time this drawing will immediately you immediately become user ready. So check that. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, for those who can carry on, right, I'll just do step 3 lah. So to the main thing is to just do what you're doing lah. So the only difference is the extrude to surface lah. So I will just demonstrate here lah. Oh sorry, extrude cut. Sorry, extrude cut. Yeah, so what's this? So in this case, right, you just choose up to surface, then you click this, then it will just be like this lah. So it will just extrude all the way to the middle surface. And then for the last part, right, if you want to extrude through all, right, same thing lah. I'll just sketch, right. I'm just running through the last two. Okay. So this rectangle, right? Don't care about the dimension. This one I think y'all can pick. So the only thing that you're then now is just extrude through all. So you just need to change the tab in direction one. So now you just say through all. Then you just go through the whole box. So that's that. Lor. And then if you want to check your material properties, right? Go to evaluate. It's another tab. Then you just click mass properties. Then everything will be like here. So let's say volume is okay, mine's off because I didn't do correctly. I didn't dimension it, but the volume should be here. Other stuff. Then mass also will be here also. So just take note of where to find all these because in the exam they might ask you how heavy is your object, how much is your volume, just to make sure you did everything correctly. Yeah. Anyone lost? Basically the last two steps you just extrude. You just change the manner in which it's extruded. The only thing that's new is where to find mesh properties. I'll just go. Yeah, So okay, material, right? So you can edit material here Then then just search for the material which is nylon 610. Then just apply. Then you just exit, right? And then you notice the thing changes. The appearance. The should say material. There should be a tab that says material. So if you go, it's like the same tab where you see all your equations and all your sketches. I mean you can't see mine now because I already like changed the material.
The slides in the Google Drive is already outdated. There are some missing parts. So you follow that.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. For this one, I'll just do because I think the sketch is a bit tricky for now. So for this part two, right, I will do from the right plane. So here it is. Right plane sketch. Because there's new things There's this thing called a radius. So there's a curved surface. So what I'll do is like this. The angle you can change. I'll show you how to change later. But for now, you just do the basic shape. So like this, like this, like this. Okay, so if you want to draw a curved surface, right, from this edge, right, if you notice, right, if you hover your mouse, so let's say from that line you drew, right, if you hover your mouse around the end point, right, you notice you change to two circles. You see this? There's a yellow sign with two circles. So that will denote that your line will now change to an arc. So you can do this. So now the line changes from a straight line to a circular arc. Then you can just adjust how long you want it to be. Then you just click. Then just carry on from there. Anyone didn't get it, the circle thing? Okay, wait. Okay, the circle thing, right, is like hover, you click, then you hover, click your mouse, then you hover, let it hover for a while. Once you see the two yellow circles, right, then the line will change from a straight line to an arc. Then you just drag your cursor, and then you will, sorry, hold on. Yeah, you just drag your mouse, and then it will change accordingly. So now it's a circular arc. Yeah, I strongly advise that you all draw the circular arc, but rather from the bottom, because the dimensions will be off if you do it. So you click, right? Then you carry on now. Yep. Then okay, the circle will be here So if you want to draw a circle, it's just click the top middle icon with the circle in the center. Okay. Yep. And then for the angle, right? You can like Okay, for example, the angle at the bottom is 30 degrees, right? So you just pick these two lines. Then it will automatically change to an angle form. But if you know this is an obtuse angle, right? So you can do this, right? So if you want to find this angle is 180 minus 30, then you just type in 150. Yeah. Or if you want, right, you can do this. There's this thing called construction line. So if you click line, right, then you can choose this thing called for construction. So this will not affect your final product in a sense. This is just for construction. You click both lines under smart dimension, then it will change to an angle. So the construction line will be like here lah. You can just extend the line out like from there. Like here lah. Just two methods lah, how to get angle. Because they say 30 like how to get. Here's it. I do the outline.
You did that already.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, the other way, right? Yeah. Then you then you explain. Yeah, go outside. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Or just angle, right? Just define like this. You just drag cursor to the right side. Yeah, easier lah. Sorry about it. And wait don't forget to check your volume, guys. Then that's the volume for part 2. Oh, and I forgot the calculator, so guys. Okay, we'll be doing intermediate part 1 soon. So yeah. 3 minutes.
Okay. How many of you have an idea to finish this part? I think we're pretty much close to one. So what's going on is before next week we'll next week we'll proceed with other features, for example circular pattern and all these things. So during the weekend today, if you are free, you can say watch some recording. I have previously recorded some step-by-step guide to these two parts plus the part 2A plus this part. Yeah. So I'll send the recording in a group subsequently, so you can refer to that during the weekend. So next week we'll proceed directly to the next week we'll proceed directly to circular pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start the recording soon.
Yes.
Muthu.